Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Raikou here with What If Issei had the Prince Karma Seal. Now before I go on, I want to just say one thing. Shout out to all those people that actually joined the fucking live stream that I did about I want to say 2 hours ago. Yeah, I did it for like 2 hours my live stream, and I don't know what the fuck I did on there. Pretty much I was just talking and also playing video games. So yeah, if you ever want to watch me fuck up in some of the video games that I play, like mostly Ninja Must Die most of the time, because I literally screwed myself over in that game so much that I'm like fucking not rage quitting, but mostly I'm sometimes in rage, but not the point, and sometimes salty. But if you want me just to kind of play video games, I usually be streaming on my first channel. If you don't know my first channel, then someone should be able to link it, because somehow some people manage to find my first channel. Not the point. Also, yeah, not the point. Let me just begin this. What if? Let me shut the fuck up. And yeah, so I was going to do what if Issei had changed. I didn't rewatch it. I did rewatch the King Ghidorah one, but I didn't feel like doing it. So, well, instead of doing any of that, I did this thumbnail like a while ago, and well, not a while ago, like mostly a couple of days, but a couple of hours ago. The reason why is because I was just thinking of this what if literally the whole day, and I was like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I actually just do it with the other one, or nah? I just said fuck it, I'm going with this one. Okay. Not the point. Let me begin into this what if. Let me shut the fuck up and let me begin, okay? So we begin into mostly a sorry about that. So we begin into mostly a hill. Or not really a hill, an edge. It seems that someone is right now sitting on the edge. This is where, well, he seems to have a black cloak all around him. A white mask. It seems to kind of look like a dragon mask somewhat. Or not entirely a dragon mask, but meh. It just looks like some kind of mask. It's all blank. It's all white. But it does have eye holes. And this is where, well, of course, he's not fully wearing the mask on his face. It's mostly to the side of him. Mostly is right now kind of like covering up like the half of the side of his face. This is where, well, he's right now hearing music at the same time also drawing. But he's right now like not drawing like normal like pictures like a teenager or something, because this person is a teenager. This is where, well, so he's mostly like drawing like symbols, and this is where, well, he's like writing them on a piece of paper, and this is where, well, the song he's hearing is called mostly, so the song is called Rise Up, made by Solin, or Solin, whatever. So of course this is where, well, he's hearing this whole song. We're also hearing another song that's called Devil Inside, made by, well, so he's hearing also the song after mostly the Rise Up, but it's called Devil Inside, made by Chris, no, Chris, what is it? No, Citizens Shoulder, but yeah. This is where, well, the person is right now like drawing, and of course the where, well, he's kind of just like sighing, and this is where, well, mostly we go into him kind of accidentally breaking the fourth wall. This is where, well, not really breaking the fourth wall. He just looks up into mostly the screen and says, huh, so you're probably wondering who I am, he says. Well, I go by many names. Well, mostly in my high school I go by many names. Or just a certain name. But who really cares? You can either call me the perverted beast, the leader of the perverted trio, whatever. I'm also called Issei Hyoto or Ice or whatever. A lot of people call me Ice sometimes. Sometimes they call me Issei, or sometimes they call me Hayadu Hyoto, something, whatever. But really, this is where, well, he stands up and says, my true name, you can call me Utsutsuki Issei. This is where, well, he says, with a very mostly emotionless tone on his face, but yeah. But of course, that was happening, and this is where, well, mostly, well, a second. Mostly, the person say his name was Utsutsuki Issei. This is where, well, Utsutsuki Issei says, so you're probably wondering why I'm here. Why am I actually sitting at this edge? Am I thinking suicide? No, not really. That is not the case at all. No, I'm waiting. You're probably asking yourself, what am I waiting for? Oh, well, mostly I am waiting for two, probably three aliens that are coming from the sky. And what I mean about aliens, I mean the same people that are basically called Otsutsuki. Now you're wondering, what? Why are people from like the Otsutsuki, the same name as my last name, coming from the sky? Well, I'll tell you a story. It won't be that long, it won't be that short either. But I should tell you a story, a bit about who I truly am. You see here, I am, well, mostly in my human kind of normal life, I am considered to be called Issei. I am nothing special as Issei. I never try to be anything special. I just act like a perverted idiot just so people will leave me alone. Of course, I have two friends that are actually named Murahama and Matsuda. Matsuda and Murahama are just two regular humans. Which, yeah, I have nothing to suspect of them or any of them. But of course, mostly the two kind of normal humans are two perverted idiots. One is having glasses and his name is the perverted glasses, while the other one is the baldy who's called the perverted baldy. But not the point. Mostly Matsuda is the perverted baldy, while Murahama's the perverted glasses. But I don't really care too much. They are basically the only friends I have. Kinda, you could say. Well, you can say kinda, because, well, maybe I don't have friends, maybe I do have friends, maybe I was just lying. Who really knows? Or maybe you're trapped under my illusion thinking that I am only just telling you random shit. But not the point. Let me go back into the story. Of course, being living as a normal human, I got taught so many things. And that is just to live normally like a normal human. Not going after revenge. Not going after, well, yeah, after revenge, after killing. Well, killing, murdering, and other things. Or just living like a normal human. Now you're asking yourself, revenge? Why would someone like me have revenge? Well, that's easy. You see here. I had a half-older brother of mine getting killed by the same race that are called the Utsutsukis. Of course, that half-older brother, it made me realize that I should go revenge for those bastards that kill him. But not the point. I'm not going to go in any more detail about my older brother. Half-older brother, you see here. He's only half because I'm only half of him. But not the point. But who really cares? This is where he looks down at one of his palms. And then, of course, one of his palms has a green kind of diamond symbol. While he kind of like looks away and looks towards his mostly left palm. And his left palm has mostly two diamond symbols. But yeah. This is where, well, he looks at the two diamond shaped one that kind of looks like the other one. But this is where the two diamonds are just black and a little bit bigger from the green diamond. This is where, well, he sighs and just says, never mind. Just, you don't need to worry about who I truly am. But you can also call me Issei Suzuki. It doesn't really matter. It really never matters. Besides, the people I need to fight, to destroy, to murder, to slaughter, to make sure that this world doesn't fall into despair. For these people are nothing but evil creatures. And that's why I'm here. I don't have an army. Why would I need an army? I can fight them alone. I don't need anyone. I never need anyone. Why would I need anyone? It's not like I don't care about people, which I don't. I literally never cared about anyone. I'm not arrogant to say that I don't believe that I need friends, which I don't. I never did. I really never even wanted friends. That's why I acted like a perverted idiot so people can get away from me, to stay away from me, stay very, very far away from me. Which, yes, that is the case. I always wanted to just do that. To make people always stay away from me. Always, far away. Girls, guys, doesn't matter. I don't care who they are. Just stay always away from me. Because I always wanted to just relax, act like a normal teenager. But that didn't really happen. You see here, always I got annoyed by either girls, guys, or whatever. Not by the reason that you would think they would do. They mostly either try to attack me or just whatever. I just let it happen because mostly all their attacks will always miss me. Even though I never shown it that they will ever miss me, I just dodged them most of the time. They never could hit me. None of them. At all. They were all weak to me. In my eyes, they were all pathetic. Their punches were sloppy. Their attacks were sloppy. It was all annoyment to me. It was an insultment to me. I really wanted to kill them all. But then I realized I'm acting way too much like an Uzutsuki. And I despise the Uzutsuki clan. Kinda. I don't despise my older half-brother. But not the point. I'm rambling on way too much. Whatever. You see here, they're already coming. This is where he looks up to the sky and sees kind of like these three white figures. This is where kind of rushing through this mostly Earth atmosphere. Whatever. It's time to fight. He right now puts on the mask, and this is where, well, he right now stands still and waits for the three figures to appear. Mostly, one of the figures disappeared, but this is where the other two kind of rush down and smashes to the ground. This is where, well, they appear right in front of mostly the figure, actually known as Issei Hyodo or Issei Uzutsuki. This is where, well, Issei Uzutsuki says, well, it seems this is going to be fun as hell. This is where, well, he right now kind of unsheathes a blade from behind, well, mostly from the side of him, and right now looks at the two Uzutsukis. This is where one Uzutsuki is quite large and big, from the other Uzutsuki who looks kind of smaller, and of course, much more kind of skinnier than, well, the other one. This is where, well, mostly the Uzutsuki that kind of has his eyes closed, open them and says, huh? One person right in front of us. Interesting, you have large amounts of chakra. What an interesting sight that we have. Well, you must be the only fighter that's actually willing to fight us. All these other prophetic creatures aren't willing to fight us. That's quite sad if you think about it. This is where, well, the masked figure doesn't really say anything. And this is where he says, well, you can go fucking bite me then, asshole. This is where Issei really said, without a care in the world. This is where, well, the kind of older looking, well not older looking Uzutsuki, the kind of like smaller Uzutsuki, kind of grins and says, really? Fine. Kill him, Kimishiki. This is where, well, the bigger kind of Uzutsuki rushes towards mostly Issei. Issei grins and says, you're really pathetic. Don't get in my way. This is where, well, mostly Issei disappears from mostly Kimishiki, appearing behind Kimishiki, and Kimishiki's neck, or mostly his head, just gets cut off in an instant. This is where, well, Momoshiki winds his eyes and kind of looks at him, well, mostly looks at Issei in the narrow eyes. He kind of just looks at the kind of, well, mostly you can't see his hair, but he's just covering up a black cloak. This is where, well, Momoshiki says, interesting. You seem to be quite dangerous. Very dangerous. I guess I'm gonna have to take you on. This is where, well, we go into a battle between mostly Issei and also Momoshiki. Yes, this person is named Momoshiki Utsutsuki. Kimishiki was the other two, but not the point. This is where, well, we go into a time skip, but into somewhere else. Right now, there's a battle between mostly the Black Dragon Emperor versus the, well, Kadra fallen angel named Kokobel. Now, there's actually, well, what's it called, Kadra fallen angel named Kokobel is fighting against the Black Dragon Emperor. Yes, there's actually three types of heavenly dragons that are actually, well, quite strong. Well, the Black Dragon isn't considered to be a heavenly dragon, but he's there and he's at almost the same level as the heavenly dragon. This is where, oh, the Black Dragon, well, there's actually three heavenly dragons. There's the white dragon named, well, Albion, the red dragon that's named Dietrich, and the black dragon that's named, well, what's it called? Filtra. You know, I'm gonna call him Vitra, whatever. This is where, well, Viltra is right now having his host right now fight against, well, mostly Kokobel. This is where, well, Kokobel is right now fighting against, well, the Black Dragon Emperor. They are both fighting, clashing, and making sure that both of them won't be able to kind of escape from each other, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly both Kokobel and even the Black Dragon Emperor are fighting, and this is where, well, they smash to the ground, or mostly, not really smashed to the ground. Mostly the Black Dragon Emperor was smashed down to the ground, with mostly Kokobel right now flying up in the air and having one of his wings rip, and this is where, well, Kokobel is right now angry and glaring at, well, the Black Dragon Emperor. This is where Kokobel says, I shall kill you, I shall murder you, I shall destroy a pathetic weak like you. This is where, well, mostly the Black Dragon Emperor is getting out of mostly a crater. Of course, he had his balance breaker, but this is where his armor, mostly from his face, shatter, and this is where, well, revealing a black hair person. This person has black hair with kind of bluish eyes, and this is where, well, the person grins and says, well, fuck you too. This is where someone rushes up to mostly the black-haired boy, and this is where, well, mostly the person says, Murahama, are you okay? This is where, well, mostly the person kind of looks towards the side and sees mostly the person with no hair, and mostly his name is Matsuda. Murahama grins and says, yeah, I'm okay, Matsuda. Besides, we can't let this motherfucker actually win, because if we let him, he's going to destroy Kuo. This is where, well, mostly Matsuda nodded. This is where Matsuda says, what do we do with the devils and the others? This is where, well, mostly Murahama says, I don't know what to do with them. We really aren't that much powerful against mostly Kokubo. Kokubo is quite strong. I tried to absorb a bit of his energy, which I managed to, but not much. The only thing that we can do is either wait for mostly a stronger mostly being to appear, or to try to defeat Kokubo ourselves. Which mostly we're gonna have to go with the latter and actually try to defeat him ourselves. Because I feel like, well, Surgex and the others cannot hurry this up because, well, the whole Devil Council and random bullcrap. This is where Matsuda nodded. This is where, well, mostly Murahama really wishes either the white one was here, but he already knows why the white one can't be here is because of the fact that devils and other things, and the white one's actually alliance with mostly the fallen angel. He doesn't even know who exactly the red one is, but he has felt the red one, but it isn't actually Issei. Issei does not have the red dragon emperor within him, so of course, where, well, he doesn't know if she will be willing to help. Or maybe she's already kind of aligned with the angels. She doesn't, well, not she, mostly, he doesn't actually know about that at all. He sighs in just a disappointment, doesn't know what to do. This is where, well, something actually appears in the sky. While Kokubo is right now making a huge light spear, this is where, well, something appears up in the sky. A black portal appears, and this is where, well, something like two people fell out of it, or mostly just one person. One person right now kicking the person down to the ground and smashing him down to the ground. This is where, well, the person that was right now having a black cloak disappears from mostly view, and we're confused with everyone, or mostly everyone was confused exactly what the hell happened. This is where, well, the person that's a white figure mostly is right now in his like second stage. He's right now, he isn't in his Utsutsuki kind of like first stage, or which I just like to call it first stage, second stage, but it looks like this mostly. Let me show you. So he's looking like this mostly. That's how Momoshiki kind of looks like. But yeah, in the second stage, I just like to call it second stage. I don't care what it is actually, but yeah. Momoshiki is gritting his teeth because it was an annoyment. That damn ability that the Renegon can actually do. This is where he's seen the Renegon that Issei has, or mostly the person has. And mostly he can only glance it from the mask that the person has behind his face, but yeah. Or mostly the mask is covering up, but yeah. This is where Momoshiki is gritting his teeth, until this is where he sees like a flash of light, looks up and sees mostly Kokubo. Kokubo says, what the hell? Who are you? This is where, well, right now Momoshiki says, huh? Who the hell are you? This is where, well, mostly Kokubo grits his teeth and says, you answer my question first! He launches the light spear straight to Momoshiki, and Momoshiki right now, like, puts his right hand right in front of him, and literally absorbs the giant light spear and just takes the energy. This is where, right now, making Kokubo wind his eyes. Momoshiki says, don't you ever attack a god, you weakling. Kokubo right now gets knee in the freaking gut so hard that he smashes into the school building, like coughing up blood upon mostly Momoshiki. This is where, well, mostly the impact was so strong that it probably knocked the fuck out of Kokubo. This is where Kokubo is just holding his stomach in pain. He never felt that much pain. That thing, that being, is not human. He's truly just said that he was a god, making Kokubo believe that he was actually fighting a god and not a human. Momoshiki grit his teeth and says, so damn pathetic. Don't you ever call yourself stronger than me. I am an Utsutsuki. You're nothing but a pathetic weakling to me. This is where, well, he's looking around until he sees a bunch of humans, and this is where, well, mostly the humans, well, Murahama noticed that, well, that person isn't friendly at all. This is where, well, Murahama tells Rias not to get anywhere close to him, and this is where Rias was confused, because she thought that the person was friendly and okay, Akano tries to kind of rush into mostly Rias because she was close enough, and this is where she pushes Rias out of the way because she noticed a blast appearing in front of mostly the person's kind of hand, the white figure's hand. This is where he launches a red ball straight towards mostly Akano and the others. Everyone widened their eyes, realizing that red ball became bigger. This is where, well, mostly Akano widened her eyes. She tries to use some magic, but of course she won't be able to block her body entirely, fully. Before she can even blink, right now a blue lightning streak right now cuts through the giant red ball and destroying in an instant. This is where a sword was right now stabbed to the ground in an instant, crackling with lightning. Right now making Akano was confused. This is where there's like bluish lightning kind of crackling off the sword. This is where, well, she's confused. Also, the sword kind of looks like this. Well, it kind of looks like this right here, but yeah, not the point. God damn it. But this is what, well, she is confused, and this is what, well, someone actually appears right next to the sword, standing on top of it, like literally standing on top of it like a goddamn badass. And this is where the person looks to have like a black cloak all over him. And of course a white mask that's literally just blank. This is where, well, Momoshiki grits his teeth and says, You bastard! I'm going to make sure I kill you this time. This is where, well, the figure says, Bring it, if you can. His voice was deeper, so of course it wouldn't be recognized by any of the people behind him. This is where, well, we go into a couple of figures that are right now watching this. They are watching mostly the battle between mostly the black one, the Black Dragon Emperor, versus mostly the mostly Fallen Angel Kokobell. But when they saw mostly the white figure and also the black figure actually appear, mostly they saw the battle, mostly the white figure beating the shit out of the Kokobell, and then this black figure appearing out of nowhere and actually beating the shit out of mostly, well, fighting against Momoshiki. They are actually surprised. Mostly the white one is actually wanting to help the black one because, well, she was the one to actually kind of been friends with the black one for a while. Mostly a while, but not much. And also the person that catch her eye, but not the point. This is where the Red Dragon Empress, who was actually there next to the white one, was actually watching this. She's not really interested in the Black Dragon Emperor at all. This is where, well, she was mostly interested in the mostly Black Hood figure. Because the Black Hood figure was fast, strong, and powerful. Which mostly she just took an interest because he also uses a sword. Which mostly the person, they're actually seeing the battle between, well, Momoshiki and the figure. This is where both Momoshiki and the figure are right now clashing. This is where Momoshiki right now makes a staff of mostly this giant black rod. And this is where, well, he clashes with mostly the figure. The black figure that they just call unknown because, well, they don't know who exactly it is. This is where, well, they're clashing and clashing and clashing. They're also calling the white figure unknown, but white figure unknown, but yeah. This is where, well, both of them are clashing until mostly they both knock each other's weapons out of the way until mostly the person pulls out the kunai and stabs into Momoshiki's one of his hands, one of his palms, which Momoshiki screams in pain and growls and tries to attack Issei. This is where Issei jumps out of the way and tries to kick Momoshiki in the face. This is where, well, it goes into a hand-to-hand combat style after a while. This is where, well, everyone is just amazed in how this person is right now blocking attacks. This is where Momoshiki grabs the person from the face, but only grabbing the mask and shattering it. This is where, well, he grits his teeth because he only grabbed the mask. It was a white mask that he grabbed. The black hood is still around the person, but the person realized that he doesn't have any more of a cover or just whatever. This is where, well, he doesn't care. He realizes the hood is going to be a bother to him. So, of course, this is where, well, he rushes towards mostly Momoshiki. And this is where Momoshiki says, You're dead! This is where, well, the black cloak was right now thrown in front of him. And this is where Momoshiki pierces through it and realizes he misses entirely. And this is where he gets angry because he should have just used his Byakugan to actually see through it. But this is where, well, behind him, he gets kicked in the side of the head. This is where, well, he grits his teeth and right now tries to attack Issei. This is where, well, Issei is now shown to have kind of darkish brown hair. This is where, well, both of them are right now clashing again. This is where, well, they're going to hand-to-hand combat style. This is where, well, Issei managed to kick him right in the face and then jump backwards by kind of like smashing his foot into his face and then jumping backwards. But yeah, other than that, I'm thinking of leaving it off here for mostly part 1 because I'm getting tired and I'm actually falling asleep during this kind of what if. But yeah, maybe I'll go with doing a redo one or maybe not. I don't know. I'm just tired. Other than that, bye. See you. Yeah.